Heya, we are back and ready to slay the princess. It has been a while since I played this game. The last time I played was in October last year. It's almost been a year. Well, more like a bit more than half a year, but still. There she is. I might have forgotten some of the things we did. I am gonna continue the save file, of course. But this game, it is kinda burnt into my memory. It's not forgettable at all, so yeah, I'll be fine. I'm sure I'll be fine. I did get a coffee as well, so I can hopefully stay awake during this nightmare. Let's just get into it. This should be my latest save, I believe. Yes.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
And we are right back at the beginning, huh? That's a good place to start a new recording, right? A new session. Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I don't want to kill her, though. I can skip by hitting tab. Do I want to skip? No. Okay. Let's just go to the cabin then. We've been through this before.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Alright. Let's proceed.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
You know, the only thing that doesn't change, no matter what we do, seems to be the blade. It's the only thing that doesn't change, right? We always have the blade, it always looks the same. Maybe there's a point behind that? I don't know.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'll do it right. No worries. Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
I could probably strangle her or something. Not that I want to, I'm just saying. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
We'll see about that. I've had some experiences with this princess and,
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Is it better? Well, I mean, it depends on what we're gonna do, right?
Who's there?
It's me.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Alrighty.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Okay, we'll have to think about what we didn't do yet. Because I do remember. I do remember what happens. There's this godlike figure that she represents, basically. We have to get different parts of her, different kinds of the princess to fuse with it at the end. So we don't want to kill her, we just want to, you know, push certain emotions out of her, I guess, certain characters.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Listen, buddy, a woman can be evil and pretty. It's not mutually exclusive.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Oh, yes. How did you know? Nah.
Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Did we try dropping it yet? I'm not sure if we did. Let's drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
tried
Against
that
your
before,
better
didn't we?
judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are.
We'll see.
What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, we've done this before. Let's see. We've talked enough. Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
Alright, smarty pants. Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
That laugh. I think I'm in love.
Okay, Mr. Voice of the Hero, I feel ya, but don't fall for it. Not yet.
Stop it.
I have no idea. To be honest, I don't even know why I'm down here, or how I got here. I was kind of hoping you might be able to shed some light on the whole situation.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal
All right.
Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail.
What
You
about
can't trust her.
what big boss? Yeah, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Examine the chains.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Nope.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
If there isn't a key, do you have any ideas?
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife. You could always cut me out of here.
Or could I now?
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Let's go back down then.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
Yummers. Let's see. Oh, look at her cute face. So wholesome.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
Did we do this before? I think we did.
She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Maybe she's a zombie.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
Okay.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Okay. We have done this before. I don't know if I can take a different path after warning her. Let's just try.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Ouch.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive.
That's not gonna happen. I can't resist this time. I can't resist. Yes, I'll have to.
Thank you. You swing your arm towards her throat, the blade singing through the air.
She's just gonna dodge, isn't she?
But she's ready for it. She grabs your arm, her grip like a stone vice.
Wait, this one's new though, right? This one's new.
You drop the blade.
Yeah. Ouch.
Pathetically.
That was a nice crack.
She lets go, and faster than you can react, rears back and hits you with a bone-shattering haymaker.
No way, she's knocking me the hell out. she can punch. She's missing one arm, but she's still got the other one.
There's a ringing in your ears. You're fairly certain you can feel bone grinding against bone where she fractured your jaw, but your body isn't allowing you to feel much right now. Adrenaline coursing through your system and numbing your nerves. You fall to your knees. You're barely able to bring your trembling arms up to defend yourself before she hits you again.
I mean, lady, I'm almost knocked out. I'm not attacking you. I'm fine. Please stop.
Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you.
You poor thing. I'll go ahead and put you out of your misery.
I saved you.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground. Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess. It can't just end like this, right?
It sure can.
I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
That was a quick one. It was a very quick one. Chapter 2, the tower. I mean, I know the first one's always
You're on
fast.
a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yeah, who's the other voice who's gonna join? Is it gonna be the paranoid one?
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
Do we have this one yet? I don't remember. I don't think we did, right?
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
Well, the hero is back too.
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
No, we had the broken. I remember this line.
You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but If he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter.
Oh, he changed his mind.
Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible.
He has a point, but it's not the same.
So
Technically.
please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Well,
If
how
that's
about
what
you
you want,
do it then?
I guess I don't have a say here.
I think all of us don't really have a say here, I'm gonna be honest.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Yeah, this is definitely new. Good.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
Is the princess gonna be a titan? Is she gonna be huge? Okay. So you didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar,
As
the
always.
blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror.
There sure is.
There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway. And I'm sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse.
Oh, come on.
For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future. Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal.
Well, depends. Is a weird winged demon creature perfectly normal? Maybe it is in this world. I don't know.
Probably. Do you not know what we look like? He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
I feel like this is the one time that the broken is kinda right. Anyway, I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. Care about whether I'm being lied to. It doesn't matter, I guess. It doesn't
But
matter.
it does matter. Don't you care if we're being lied to? If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us?
Very good point, but I feel like he's not gonna be honest.
I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done. But there was a mirror a second ago.
It was.
We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Let's take the blade.
Take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Someone did very conveniently put a ladder right next to it, so I might as well use it. Let's see. We don't have to use the blade, but it doesn't hurt to have one on hand.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Oh, that's a nice voice.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Is she gonna be a demon or something? She's gonna be like some strong.
Should we be worried about your sudden
creature.
change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see what she looks like
Making
this
your
time.
way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
Did she turn into an angel?
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You've brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity.
It was pretty useful the last time, because it helped me get you off of those chains, right?
Drop it.
Yes, ma'am. I feel like, yeah, I feel like the kinda has a point. I'm starting to agree with him. I feel like we don't really stand a chance against this being, this heavenly being anyway, so...
The blade slips from your fingers and clatters uselessly to the floor. We didn't have to do that. And yet you did. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence.
Okay, there's no need to sim for her that much.
Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
Oh, it's that kinda... Okay, it's that kind of thing, huh? Okay, I know some of you guys who are watching wanting to kneel. I know you guys. I know some of you guys. I know you people. What if I say no? What if I say no? There are no gods. There are no kings. There are no queens. I'm gonna say no.
But the words don't leave your mouth. Instead, your legs buckle and your knees hit the floor.
Oh, good thing we have a choice then.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
Let's talk.
The last time we met, you couldn't even scratch me. And yet here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed.
I did drop the knife, didn't I?
What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death?
I wanted to see you.
Speak.
The last time we met, nobody should have met her before this. You should be the first. You're the only one I'd trust to deal with her.
Well, there's a lot of things happening that you don't know about, I guess. Yeah, let's just say we've seen her a few times before.
Then you shouldn't have trusted us. There was nothing we could do to stop her then, and there's nothing we can do to stop her now.
He's being melodramatic, but yeah, we've been here before, and she absolutely destroyed us. What are we even supposed to do to stop her?
Is the narrator the only one that doesn't remember? Maybe?
That's worrying. Whatever you do, don't
Guess
tell her
so.
why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
I feel like she has plenty of ideas. Explore. No, I won't tell you.
You will.
I will.
Just do it already. It will feel so much better to do as she says.
Might as well be honest, I guess. I feel like we don't really have any power here. You're supposed to end the world.
You weak-willed buffoon.
I'm not a buffoon.
Is that so?
The princess closes her eyes in contemplation.
Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny
And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
She's inevitable. There's nothing else for us to do but help her. Maybe she'll be nice to us.
Okay, look, honestly, I'm all about freedom and stuff, but in this situation, I feel like the best thing to do is just to follow her, right? Because there's no way we can fight her, there's no way we can do anything. So maybe our best chance is to just listen. Lots of options again. What would you have me do? What do you have planned?
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
How would I break those chains? If you're so powerful, can't you just break the chains yourself? That's what I'm asking.
Don't be rude. Of course she can.
It's just a test, probably, right? So she knows if I'm a legend or not.
It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world.
That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do.
Okay.
The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was.
So it's a better story of some random creature frees you, huh? I don't know. I feel like it would be way... There would be way more respect if you just broke your own chains, but anyway.
The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity. The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world.
I guess. That's okay. I see now.
And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn.
Well, it's very poetic and stuff, but maybe tone it down a little bit.
Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
Ooh, maybe we should just let her destroy the world. Maybe this weird time loop that we're stuck in is gonna finally be over. Maybe. Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want to be.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
Screw destiny. You should make your own path, to be honest, but she's a bit too... I don't know, too starstruck, I guess. Is that the right word? I don't think it is, but you know what I mean. I have questions for you before I decide to do anything.
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird.
Just a few questions.
There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
I mean, okay. Like all the horniness. Okay, this isn't supposed to be horny, okay? But being a pet isn't that bad. You will be. I mean, if she. I don't know how good she is with pets, to be honest. But let's assume she's gonna take care of a pet, right? She's gonna feed us. She's gonna make us a cute little bed. She's gonna pet us sometimes. I mean, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Oops. Oops. Okay. I'm gonna save. For first. Okay. Yeah, look, this is not really... this is kinda against my morals, but... I wanna see what happens. I feel like we don't really... I mean, she's just gonna kill us, isn't she? If we do this. You know, let's follow her. Screw it. Maybe this is gonna help us get out of the loop.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
Yes, very.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
How do I do that?
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say.
I love the art style of this game. I know I already mentioned that before, but it's so good.
No,
so cool.
You can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
It's so cool how much you can do with just black and white coloring. I know there's red sometimes because of the blood and stuff, but it's so cool. I love that. How the blood is the only thing that kinda breaks the black and white norm, I guess. Okay.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong. Trying to conceal you from me.
A greasy film.
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Can she hear the voices?
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you?
I didn't click. She's
A
talking to herself.
shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
She's breaking the fourth wall, basically, right?
No.
Kinda.
What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Okay, the guy was... I mean, okay. He hasn't been nice to us, but I don't want him to. I don't want him to, like, die. Or be hurt. I didn't know that was gonna
Rise,
happen.
my little bird.
Maybe we are free. Maybe we are finally free, though.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? All we have is a blade. All you need to do is believe it's been done.
What is happening? Believe it's been done. Do we have powers like that? And what if I don't believe? What happens then?
You poor, wretched little thing. You already do believe. You've always believed. All you have to do is open the last door to your heart.
Okay, Sora.
It's easy. And once you let her in, you'll be safe and free forever.
Please, don't do this.
Can that goddess creature intervene again? This might be the time. I have to, it's over, I'm sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry about. This is how it was always going to be. And it is good.
Alright, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna go sit in the corner. Let me know if we get our agency back.
It might take a while. Okay, this might be the biggest mistake we've ever done, but let's break those chains.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
Sorry if you heard my phone, by the way, I'll turn it off. Okay. The end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are.
Oh,
Come, it's time for us to leave.
okay. Okay. That's, what happens now?
Nothing. And then, everything.
That's interesting enough. Let's see. We got an achievement. That's your loyalty. Oh, there we go. Okay. There it is. There we go. But you do not take her hand, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Mary
She's gone.
returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
No.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Okay. It's going to be okay, just trust me. We've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. I don't want to look at us.
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
I appreciate that.
A mercy.
It's gonna be fine. We've done this before. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. There I am. You have withered. I really did, huh? I got all slimy and stuff. Maybe that's not that good. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. There she is. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Growing chorus of contradiction. Are you turning human?
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
This music is giving me goosebumps right now. Ooh, okay. It can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. Yes, they do. What do you think of this vessel?
This one is Dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart.
Can be a good part of yourself.
Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
Also, I'm kinda glad it's over. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
Okay. You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
That is very hard to imagine, but also, I guess, whoever she is also hard to imagine, so... Doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Not really, to be honest, but still, why would we care about each other though? 'Cause I do kinda like her, she's, I don't know. It's nice to be in her presence, I guess. Even though it's weird because she constantly kills me. I feel like this is the closest. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
True, I guess. I think we already have answers for these ones anyway. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Oh, there we are again. Dominant vessel, bring the tower to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that, you're here.
We know all of this. We know all of this.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. Ignore him. He doesn't.
Yeah. Let's just go. Let's just go.
The interior of the cabin is all the blade.
Yeah, we know. Should we try not picking up the blade this time? Let's go for the blade. Let's see what happens.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing her voice.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Oh, no, she's being all sweet. Just checking in. Let's just say hi again.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Honestly, the range on the voice actress is great. Like, compare this to the last time she said the exact same thing. Very cool.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you.
Look at how sweet she
Thank
is.
you.
She's not gonna hurt anyone, right? Oops. Not gonna hurt anybody.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, I am doing the right thing.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Nope.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
The door's gonna be locked again. Do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
I don't have a knife on me. I'm sorry.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
Also, we did that before. That did not end too well.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could find you. Attempt to make your way out of the... Is someone else here?
And it's locked.
You try the door.
Return to the bottom.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been easier for everyone. Look at the mess you...
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
Yes, they did.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Yummers.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
Behind me?
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Look at how cute she's looking. She's like a little baby kitten. She can't be evil.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
Imagine you accidentally cut the wrong arm off.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Well, all her panic is gone at least, I guess.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Well, he can, but it's not gonna work, is
Watch
it?
me.
What are you doing?
I don't even have to warn her. Warn her. I can.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
I don't want to, but
Your
I am
body
being mind
lunges
controlled right now.
forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
That's not gonna happen. It never happens. It never survives, so doesn't matter. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
I'll move it. I'll move it away.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you
I'm
doing?
gonna die, probably. That is what I'm doing.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Thank you.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is
That's
agony.
not how you do it quickly. Just
You aren't dead yet.
cut my throat or something.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
No, she doesn't.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
Nope. It doesn't.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. and you die.
Ooh, the damsel. Did we have this one before? The damsel?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Ooh. Yep. Let's just go. No
A
questions.
warning before you go any further.
It's not like he's gonna explain it to us anyway, because he doesn't know as much himself either. I feel like at this point we know more than he does.
She will lie. She will If only you knew what you did to us, you villain.
Not the Smith.
Excuse me?
Forget he said anything.
But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the last time. What?
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Yeah. Okay. No simping. Maybe a little bit of
The
simping.
interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner.
We had this one
The only
before.
furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe it clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
No,
There
I
was a
don't.
mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know.
We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
So true. We do have feathers. Okay, let's not take the blade this time. I don't know if I did last time it was in this building.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Yes.
A voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
It is me, your savior.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think?
The hero and the spin are kinda similar, right? But the hero is in a simp, I guess.
We don't even know
He was
the
last
princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning.
True. I'm kind of with him on this one.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Okay, what if I fall in love with her and she falls in love with me? And I can stop her from destroying the world or something. With the power of love, what then? Maybe we don't have to kill her? Maybe nobody has to die, we just have to...
You walk down the
I don't know,
stairs and
marry
lock
or something.
eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Yippee.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
She sure did.
And she called us a hero.
Yeah.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you?
Yep. A few times.
That's right, villain. And you killed us.
Well, she killed us.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Your number... Which one is he? 6? More like 8, right?
We damned a whole world. But everything reset.
Oh, good question though. Is it one, like, is it an actual world or universe each time, or is it just a reset?
Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever.
I guess.
Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible. Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Ooh, okay. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
I mean, straight to the point. She's not wrong. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
That's so sweet.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
I'd rather not. I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
Well, it didn't help.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Hell yeah. Doing my
She took
best.
that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
Yeah, she's not upset at all. It's weird.
That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
There's nothing perfect in this world, I think.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
What if she does, though?
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Let's see. Let's rescue
No,
the princess.
I can't let you
Oh,
do
come
that.
on,
If you take
dude.
another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Yeah. Oh, she can just
You
slip
approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Good ending? Wholesome ending?
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free.
Hey.
And you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
No problem. Can you, as a thanks, don't destroy the world, please?
The princess jumps
Aw.
up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Well, that's sweet. That's wholesome.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
Bro, she hugged me, okay? She's sweet.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Hell yeah, spoken like a true anime protagonist.
What do we do now?
I don't know. Go on a picnic, watch a movie, I don't know. What do you want to do? Yeah, what do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
Netflix ends destroying the world.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Well, I just did.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
Yeah.
You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in
I want to
deep
kill you.
reflection.
That's what she's gonna say.
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Explore the world or something? I don't know. There must be something you
I
want.
just want to make you happy.
Come on.
She can't just want to make us happy.
She does have the whole anime look now, doesn't she?
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
Big ol' anime eyes. Let's see. I want you to make me unhappy, oh. But what would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
What's happening? She's being anime-fied.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
What's going on? Why is she turning into anime? Should I keep pressing or should I just leave? I don't know. You have to want something more than just making me happy.
Okay,
Oh.
I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
This isn't right. I don't know what's
She turned
going
into
on,
a
but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
Well, something is very wrong, and I'm scared to tell her to make me unhappy. What if I leave now, before she turns full-on sketch? But you need your own thing. You just met me. You can place your entire happiness around me.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
Okay.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now?
And they lived happily ever
Like we're the
after.
only
It's all
ones
she
here.
wanted. Achievement. Okay, there we go. That was interesting. It was very weird, but interesting. Nobody died. I mean, I guess I didn't die the last time as well, but still. Or like the last time I got her final form thingy. You don't get to get the chance to ask another question, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave when he returns.
No. She was our perfect match. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Just trust me.
It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be yes.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
We'll see. Okay, do I look any better this time? Oh, this makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Oh. You've unraveled. find yourself in a long, quiet once again. We're at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Do I last? Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we are real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Very confusing, but I think I get what she means. Can't just have nothing if there isn't something, but if there's something, there isn't nothing, right? Yeah. When you sent me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have two vessels at one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Narrator? I don't know what he is. Maybe he's just a part of me? Does he live in the space beyond? He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
I want to know them. Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
That's nice, that's good.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One.
One.
Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Alright then. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Okay.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark and you die. As always. An idealized vessel. Bring the deconstructed damsel to
You're
me.
on a path. You're here to slay.
Okay. Oh. Weird zoom.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely. The blade is.
Should we pick it up? Nah.
The door to the base. Her voice.
Hello?
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the prince. She's beautiful. I am begging you.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Let's talk about it first.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Oh, princess is fine.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both?
Yeah, both
Could
probably.
you imagine being named Princess?
I mean, oh, it's kind of funny, but also kind of cool, to be honest. Like, if you're named Princess and you're an actual princess. So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
Does she not have a name? Does she not want to tell us her name? Is she not allowed to?
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I'm the first person you've seen in a while. What have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
I mean, it might not be relevant, but I want to know. Because it's kind of weird that she survived this
Okay,
long.
but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Because if I want to kill her, I have to know that, like, what her weaknesses are. If she can just survive without eating or drinking, she's probably invincible. Anyway. Let's go get the blade.
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Is the door closing?
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
Oh, that's new.
You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Oh no.
Slip these chains?
Oh no.
She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all.
I suppose so.
You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet.
It's gonna turn into this time.
Where the princess sat
Oh.
only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen.
Oh no, I'm gonna get my ass kicked
Is
again.
it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
It did. I think we got off on the wrong foot. Do you think we can start over?
Oh, you coward!
I'm not a coward, I'm just being nice.
No, I don't think we can.
Please don't kick my ass. She sounds like Lae'zel.
Why don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
I think I'd rather not. When I left my oven on at home,
Your
let's
eyes
finish this.
dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her.
Is she above me somewhere?
Where is she?
Behind me? Below me? Close the door behind you. Yeah.
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
Would it have made a difference if I closed it or not? Investigate the arm. I don't want to. She's gonna... Maybe she's like in the arm and she's gonna jump scare me or something. I'll wait.
Oh, do you want to play a waiting game? I've been down here a long, long time. I'm very good at waiting.
She has a point. I'm probably gonna lose the waiting game.
You do your best to patiently wait her out.
But she could surprise me really well if she like pretends to wait.
But
Because she doesn't
eventually, exhaustion starts to set in. Come on, wake up. We can't fall asleep down here.
venture into the shadows. Fine.
Step into the shadows. Too late, you hear the quiet patter of feet against the basement floor, followed by the taut pull and sharp pain of tearing flesh as the princess lunges into you from behind and drags you to the floor. The ferocity overwhelms you, and as the princess rends flesh from bone, your limp fingers lose their grip on the blade. It slips from your hand, your one last means of defense lying useless beside you in a pool of your cooling blood. I suppose you just lacked the will to fight back.
I was exhausted. I didn't think he would wait that long.
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
As always, once again, we are dead. The beast. Okay. That sounds
You're on a
dope,
path in the woods,
but also kind of scary.
and at the end you're here to slay her.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie.
Yeah.
Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature? I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered.
She's gonna turn into a monster or something this
She could
time.
have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell.
Okay.
That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously.
The hunted is making a very good point, okay? She's
Maybe.
probably gonna turn into some kind of huge monster. Whether it's like huge muscles or just actually having like huge teeth and claws. I
The
don't know.
interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time. Wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden
Me or
walls.
is something
The only
off?
furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a
The
pristine
door isn't
blade
straight.
perched on its edge.
The walls are weird.
The blade is your...
Okay. Should I take the blade this time? I don't know. I'm gonna ignore the mirror. He's not gonna tell us anything anyway. I should just check it out.
You walk up to the wall next... What are you talking... You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. But there was a... And now it's gone.
Let's not take the blade. Maybe we can talk her into...
Do you think we can talk our way out of this?
Yes.
I don't think she wants to talk.
Maybe she
I
will.
guess we'll just have to trust that we made the right call. It'll still be here if we need it.
Maybe. I feel
The
like...
door to the basement creaks open,
Oh,
revealing
cave.
what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes.
I feel like the blade is the obvious choice, but I feel like we're not gonna be able to fight her anyway.
The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Maybe she's not gonna see us as a threat if we don't have a blade.
She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
She sounds almost feral,
Okay, I've been there before.
impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
I can see her right here.
You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess.
She's turned into something, my dude.
She is certainly
Yeah.
not just a princess.
Exactly.
You're not helping.
You're not helping either by lying.
Doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does.
Can I tame her or something?
Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Where is she? She should be on the left side still, right? She's in chains again. Some chains don't seem to be attached to her. I'm not sure though. We don't have to kill each other, you know that, right?
There's a shift in the humid air, and something enormous. The princess lunges from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce and full of hunger.
Help.
She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured.
That was fast.
I guess that's it then, isn't it? Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it.
She's gonna eat us alive.
You are in a dark
Oh.
and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
You spoke when you needed to act.
The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
That's not a nice way to die.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Oh, I see. I mean, it's kind of smart, to be honest.
Does that
I
work?
respect it.
Could she free herself if we're alive in here?
If it works, then that's genius.
Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something. We don't have steel, but we have tooth and claw. Tear through her before we are her.
Wait for death. Claw and bite. You could have asked me before swallowing me alive.
I acted on my will, fledgling, and you acted on yours. The strong triumph, and the weak submit or perish.
It's one of those wolves and sheep in the world speeches. Can you talk to the
I
cabin?
understand it, and it understands me. Talking is for those who don't know how to listen.
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slop from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
The cage is still locked.
I don't think we can talk our way out of this. We are drowning in death. There's no more space for words.
Ooh. Let's do this one. You need me to want to free you, don't you? You can't force me to let you out of here.
Every creature craves freedom. You will too before you die.
I'm all for freedom, but not like this.
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slop from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
The cage is still locked.
Yep.
I don't think we can talk our way out of this. We are drowning in death.
You can leave, just let me go.
Can I?
Yes.
The click of what you presume to be a door ripples through the layers of suffocating flesh.
That wasn't so hard.
Oh, she's not gonna let us go, though.
You feel her take another massive step, and then another, and then...
Dissolving will free a creature while under immense... something.
And then...
Iris?
It's gone quiet, hasn't it?
You can feel it churning in the forms around you, and then a red tunneling before you are ejected to a place that is nowhere at all. Did we get consumed by the goddess creature thingy again?
I guess I don't need you to be a part of me. How lucky for you.
Oh, she did puke me out. I thought maybe she got consumed by the god again, and then we were in her, so we both... Anyway. She looks different than I expected, but...
This place is cold.
Is she kinda like me? Wait, don't we both have like feathers and stuff and claws? Maybe... Did I turn into some sort of beast once? Oh, there we go. This is the last one she needs then, right? Memory returns.
She's gone. And there's that mirror again.
Okay. Just trust me, we are gonna be
It
fine.
feels so bad. Look.
10 weeks of death. I'll see you on the other side, it's going to be okay.
Okay. I'd like to be somewhere nice.
Yeah, we'll be somewhere nice. We'll be fine. How do I look this time? Am I just half dissolved again? Or am I gonna be something else? What's in it? You are nothing at all. Nothing, huh? But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure. Faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. I can see it. It's like a crow with teeth. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
There he is, huh? But is he me? Crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. Okay, like my theory is that the narrator is just part of me, like a second personality or something. And maybe I've been here a bunch of times, like more than I remember as like a player, and he's the part of me that knows that this god is gonna destroy the world, maybe. But he can only like half remember. Another crack forms and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Around 8. So many options. Yeah, we probably have to pick. Yeah, the mirror's breaking, so maybe I should. Those eyes. I should choose wisely. Are you part of me or are you something else?
I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
I don't want to kill them, to be honest. Oh, sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions?
We've already crossed the point of no return.
Okay.
There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
Versions of you? You've said it before, so I really was making different versions of yous. I mean, I know that now. I feel like that's a waste of a question. What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Made me? What do you mean by made me? If you made me, then what am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
I am the long quiet? I guess it makes sense because this background looks like hair and fur and stuff. Does look like I'm inside of myself. A god I always know is special. Being a god is nice, I guess, but not like this. You created a god. I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? Yeah, obviously. Pretty sure death is good, actually, important.
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you can't grasp the abject horror of dying.
He has a point. There's a point. I don't want to be a god, I want to be me.
You are you. And if you would let everything work the way it was supposed to, you never would have woken up to the reality of your true nature. There's no accounting for free will.
Are you a god, or were you a god?
No. In life I was painfully mortal. A witness to the end of days. I held the fear of death in my heart and saw oblivion threaten the very memory of everything I knew and everyone I loved. I needed to do something, so I made you. And I made her. And I made this place to hold you both. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
I did consider, we did have the option to attack her in her god form. And to tell her that I'm gonna kill her at the end, but... I don't know, I've been considering it, but... because we don't know what she can or will do. This looks like one more question, maybe two more questions. Let's see. Destroy. You made us out of what?
The cycle of life and death. The endless pattern of creation and destruction. I tore it in two and shaped the fraying threads into you and her.
How does a mortal do that? Death of the author. Run out of questions. The author? Wait. Am I in a book? Am I just in a story? Lie. haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this. I do want to hear her out if I can, but I don't know, this little discussion I had with him kind of made me trust him more, to be honest. Yeah, let's
I've said my piece, and my time is up.
Well, it was nice to know you. It was nice to finally see you as who you are, I guess.
It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
I know. I don't know if I can do it, though. We'll see. Goodbye, old friend. Goodbye. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god. It is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. You are at the heart of things. There is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. There they are.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
I see you.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I missed you too. Well, I have to pick this now, yeah? Because that's literally what I said. I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for it to continue. How well do we know each other? Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him.
I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
So we are part of the same thing, just split.
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
I don't know. I feel like destroying death seems like a cool thing, but it might not be as cool at the end. She says the possibility of meaning, well, maybe knowing that you'll die makes you wanna try your best in life to have a meaning. Slay the Princess. That is the name of the game. Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts.
Alright then, tell me.
If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
That does not answer my question. There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and I need the answers before I can make a choice.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
I didn't say I was gonna fight
You
you.
are the prey for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows. Within, you are tightly bound and choke on heavy air
I remember.
as acid burns its way into your pores. A nest of things devouring within things devouring.
You don't have to remind me of that happening.
But even when I dissolved, you gifted me a life. Perhaps it was fear that drove you. Perhaps it was compassion.
Maybe it was a bit of both.
But the outcome of an act matters more than its intentions. There is a natural order to the cycle of things sustaining things. A world without sustenance is a world without relationships. And it is our relationships that give us form and substance.
Shelter shared humanity. Okay. Argue your independence. You act as though the world can't exist without you, but I've existed without you.
Have you? Or is what you think of as independence merely an illusion? Without me, you can have no contrast. And without contrast, you have no shape.
Your liver takes a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go?
This is getting crazy. Crazier than I expected. That's what I look like, huh? That's what she looked like, or what she saw as she stabbed me. I did shred a tear.
Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me. You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp?
So how does the truth help if it's gonna end like this? Stop the fight early and surrender now. No, we're in this now, we're in this. What are the words then? What is the cabin? What is the time we spent apart if not me existing as myself?
Time you spent away from me is still time spent in reference to me. Even then, both of us are more than our bodies. Am I not in the trees? Am I not in the cabin? Am I not in you? You are nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. A dog blind to its leash. But there is no light without the dog.
It's the angel form she had, what was it, domination or something?
When I proclaimed my godhood and offered you a place place at my side, you gladly became the instrument of my new
Okay,
creation.
look. Yeah, I did, but at the moment it didn't seem like I had too much of a choice, okay?
Only with both of us is there a future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into being.
Address this vessel's statement directly. You were consumed by your own ego.
And through your lack of one, you too were consumed. Yet together, we were able to create something beautiful.
It pretends to protect us from loss. To fear death protects from losing a body. To fear ruin protects from losing status. To fear rejection protects from being known. But losing a body is contained within having a body. Losing status is contained within having status. Being known is contained within being conscious. It is in the nature of all things to transform, to go from known to hidden to known again. But when the ceaseless impermanence of all things strips away the finality of endings, what remains of fear? Is it a shelter protecting you from itself? Or is it a shelter protecting itself from you? We took fear by the hand and walked with it into the unknown, and through that, you feared nothing.
I didn't, but I won't fear you either. Even if I'm not afraid now, the fear of others is real. We can't uphold the harm that everyone suffers just because we are beyond it.
Others cling to fear because they have not yet seen beyond it. Will you strip the world of possibility just because some refuse to see its beauty?
Maybe some can't see its beauty.
To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. Bound for eternity, you saw the need for impermanence, and it was through that need that you carved our freedom. Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite. Would you strip my gifts away and leave everyone to suffer in the dark?
I wouldn't be here if destroying you would leave all of reality a colorless blur.
You place far too much trust into the ravings of a fearful and ignorant soul who overstepped his bounds.
As the clash between you obeys, the princess relaxes, smiling from a distance. The respite is welcome.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Is it a prison? It's not gonna stay a prison. Some good reasons right here. I can't let that happen. I can't let everything die. Oh, you don't have to kill her, but you don't have to help her either. It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
she's making a good point, but also it's, I don't know, looking down on everybody is gonna make them seem less relevant. I should save, by the way, in case something happens. What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
Whew. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. You think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
But you listen to my truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
He's back! Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
Oh. You have no idea how good it is to hear you.
It's
It
good
really
to
is. But they were just like little fictions.
She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
Yes, let's do it.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
Well, yeah, you and me, brother. You and me. You and me.
Then let's go.
Let's go. Whoa. What the?
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you need me to describe things?
Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
My homie. I'm glad you're still here. So the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Ooh. It's funny, after everything he put us through, I'm kind of sad to see him go.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Yes. I mean, he had good intentions. And the offer still stands. Could you describe the cabin to me, for all time's sake?
Yeah, of course.
Awesome.
The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows.
And a beautiful sight.
There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it.
Yeah, I did.
And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade. That's
I'm
probably for the
taking it.
best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
It did, yeah. Good point. Not making that mistake again. Enter the basement.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
I do remember.
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us.
Yet.
And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
There she
And
is.
there you are, knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me? You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
Fine. Let's have a chat. What are we going to do?
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out? What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So make me put it all back. Make me fix whatever this place is and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened.
Sounds like a good deal, but I don't know if that can work.
Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
And
Can
then
she
what?
really do that? Are you sure that's what you
And
want?
then what? Everything is gonna happen again. Would resetting it do anything to help the people out there? I don't want to forget you.
That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care. But it seems important to you.
You seem to care a little bit. Ooh, we're going to find ourselves back here eventually. Exactly.
And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
Then what? What's the point in that? If we're talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before?
I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know.
No.
But odds are we've probably done it before.
There is a good chance that we did. How do you know that things won't end worse? What if when I make my way back here, I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything?
Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty and I still like you.
You do?
And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me too.
I do, kinda, to be honest. Man, I hate this. Can't we just, like, reject our godhood and just be hanging out or something? It doesn't have to be love, it can just be friends, right? Is there any other way?
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
We'd have to decide to do this every single time, forever. Eventually, something is going to be different. What if we change our minds?
Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now.
This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again.
Neither do I. But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
I guess, but that's not fun. Having to kill each other every time. Would resetting it do anything to help them, the people out there? If we continue to exist, don't they continue to die and suffer?
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them.
How do I do that? I take it all back. I don't want this, and I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to go back to being a god?
Yeah, I think it's too late for that. But maybe next time.
These are... I don't like this. I don't wanna... Oops. I don't wanna have to choose. She's being very... understanding right now. So... the whole reason we are even here in the first place is to slay her, right? Do I have to slay the princess? Can I not lay the princess? This isn't time for joking, I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of that plan. I mean, I get it. Like, it's the easy way out, which isn't always a good way out. Being in some endless loop isn't gonna help us either. People are still gonna keep dying, or the worlds are gonna keep being destroyed, so... What if I didn't bring the knife? What would have happened if I didn't bring the knife here? I guess I wouldn't have a choice then, right? Okay. I can choose. I don't know. I kind of want to go with the plan, but as I said, constantly resetting, just doing the same thing over and over again. I guess maybe we could find one of her personalities that maybe isn't as destructive, that maybe can get out of this, but it's not gonna happen, right? And we are gonna lose our memories. It's not gonna help unless we go back to the long silence, which is us though. And we're gonna get our memories back. But then what? Then what? Already saved the night. We have to end it. We should end it probably. Well, Slay the Princess is the name of the game, so I'm sorry, but I can't do that. I'm sorry.
You and me both.
Yeah, I guess I have to die as well, right?
Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out.
Thank you. I'm glad that you're at least on the same page as I am.
Despite our differences, I've always loved you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Why did you have to say that? You blink and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is a small, melancholic weight that sits at the borders of your heart. Her action brought you and the princess into being, who was so rough and jagged, and left each of you with a piece of the other. By destroying her once and for all, you also destroyed a part of yourself. But the world hasn't ended. Things continue on.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
I kinda hope she will, but... No, she's not. A small part of her is still with us.
Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal?
Metaphor.
Doesn't matter, we don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
At least we have our buddy here. We'll leave the cabin. We'll leave the basement behind. Then the stairs. And then you leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here.
The path and the woods outside are an empty canvas, but there is even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor. A world free from death. Set yourself free. Freedom. Anything for freedom. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. Feel your wings, spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. And feel the glass of your cage pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. All at once, the unyielding tension gives way. And then the shattering. You are free, and before you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality. A new absolute reality. One forged by your will and by a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. There will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
It's finally over, isn't it? But all of us are still here.
The broken spell.
Absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who would have thought we'd actually wind up siding with him? The whispering and the coercion and the bickering. Everything horrible about being alive stopped. I could get used to this. I hope this was all worth it, because I'm personally
Inconsolable.
Dude, I'm sad too.
Lucky for us, you have forever to get over it. It's good to be back. Now we just have to figure out what to do with ourselves. Forever. No problem. We can do that, yeah?
We'll be fine, I'm
Yeah.
sure. We have time
We
to
can
figure it
do
out.
that.
New and Unending Dawn, slay the princess. And there we go. There we go. Well, this is screwing with my brain right now. I don't know what to do. I don't know where I am. I don't know who I am anymore. I don't know if that was a good ending. I'm pretty sure there is another, like, actual good ending too, but I don't know. I do not know. Special thanks. Thanks for a little creature, so yeah. Our song. Finish the game. The good ending doesn't count. Okay, so we didn't get it. Oh, thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's a track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. Screenshots. There we go. Our song. The track order for a special playlist. So, oh, is it like the path we took? This is a playlist for him. Oh, excellent. Join the Discord, join the mailing list, subreddit. I've been following them already. I might check out the Discord and stuff though. Make your own playlist. Into main menu. Well. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. My brain is overloaded right now. Ooh, I'm definitely gonna check this game out again. I don't know if I'm gonna record it though. I might. I don't know. There's a bunch of achievements. The game has 97 achievements. I got 20. 20 out of 97, which is like about 20%. I definitely want to 100% this game someday. Definitely. Definitely. There's a few achievement names that are very interesting. Like Romantic Gehaze. I never left your side. Yeah, but great game. Great art style. Great story. I love the story. It's such a mindfuck, but it's great. It's great. It's super good. There's probably a bunch of different paths we could have taken as well, like different versions of the princess we haven't seen before. But yeah, I might record more videos on this at some other time, some other point. I'm just glad we finished this finally, because yeah, as I said, the last time I played was last October, which was over half a year ago, like 8 months ago. Yeah, I wish I had finished it sooner, but whoa. Oh, whoa. Also, it is my birthday tomorrow, fun facts. For anyone who's watching right as I uploaded this. I kinda wanna check out the other ending though. What would have happened if he said, let's read to the plan. Should we check it out? Yeah, let's check it out. Let's check it out. So I wanna know. I have to know. He's so bad. Okay. Great then, let's do it. I believe in us.
Okay, if this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side.
Yep.
She
Does this
takes
just
the blade
reset?
from our hand, a fondness in her gaze.
Does this just reset the game basically? I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Oh well. Chapter 1. The hero and the princess, so it does just resets, okay.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay.
Okay, so it does just reset the game, okay. Whew. Well, guys, that was an adventure. That was crazy. Yeah, we'll check this game out again. I'll might do like an alternate playthrough or something next time. Let's see. I might just play it off stream though. Or, well, I'm not streaming right now, but offline, I should say. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. I hope it didn't take too long for you guys to actually finish the series. But yeah, it's gonna be a nice 3-parter, which is cool. And it's my birthday tomorrow, so wish me happy birthday if you are watching this on the 26th, which is my birthday. Yeah, I don't know what to say. My brain is fried. I'm sorry. I might be recording another video or two. I have some stuff to upload this week because I'm going to a convention on the weekend. It is Tuesday right now. And yeah. Maybe I should stick to cozy games like Paleopine so that my brain doesn't get hurt. Princess wants to say bye as well. We've never found out her name. Did she have a name? I guess she just didn't have a name, right? Anyway, thanks guys. I'll see you next time and have a damn good one. Bye guys. And be sure not to be gaslit by any princess looking deities. Okay? Bye bye.